Joshua Cherube. And who's the prosecutor on this case? Thank you. How do you pronounce your last name? Cherube? Cherube. All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 010374 State versus Joshua Gutierrez Cherube. Could I have parties announced for the record? State.
Megan Galloway for the state.
Defense. All right, everyone, no talking behind the court reporter. And are you Joshua Cherube?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery and did you review it with your client? Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications in this case?
No, Judge.
Mr. Cherube, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yep.
All right, state, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Judge, we waived the habitual offender enhancement.
Any objection?
No objection.
Did you review the court admonishments and waivers with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand you're charged with burglary of a habitation with intent to commit?
Judge, there is a mix-up between the title,
Yes.
so it is a second-degree felony, I believe, the intent to commit theft.
Yes, Judge, I need a correction.
All right, thank you. And if you all will please sign off an initial. I was wondering about that. I'm like, so how's it been going?
It's fine. How about you?
Hey, currently alive, right?
Might get a day off next week.
Oh, awesome.
I hope, just for one, that's all I need.
All right. You want to trial on Christmas Day?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully everybody will come back refreshed. Sometimes
Hope
it
lasts
is.
longer than 2 days.
Oh, gosh. Hopefully the Christmas spirit will last at least 2 months. You're charged with burglary of a habitation with intent to commit a theft. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen? According to the plea, punishments be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? All right, then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State, any evidence?
State offers state's exhibit number 1 and attachments.
No objection.
Did you review the, oh, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and consent with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to a jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in, the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments. Counsel, it appears that the state is also waiving paragraph B.
Yes, Judge.
All right, do you have any objections to that? All right, court will review state's exhibits 1 and attachments. Court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Please, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just ask that you follow the plea agreement, Judge.
All right, the court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 10 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. There's to be no contact with North San Gabriel Street in San Antonio, Texas. with a zip code of 78237. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Judge.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. So you're habitual. That means your minimum really is 25. You understand? Why do you keep doing these things? I mean, is it a drug problem? Is it just that, hey, you don't want to work? What's going on in your life?
Bad crowd, I guess.
No, I mean, because when people say they're hanging with a bad crowd, if I had that person before me, he would tell me he was hanging with a bad crowd. And I would say, who is that? And they'd say, you're the bad crowd. So how old are you?
37 tomorrow.
All right. So you're going to have to make a decision. Do you want to spend the rest of your life in and out of prison? Because once you pass, I think every attorney will tell you, once you pass 29, the years just start flying by. The next thing you know, it's 60 and you've spent a majority of your life at the prison. If you don't want to turn out that way, you're going to have to make changes. And if you want something, you got to work for it. You understand?
Right.
All right. Good luck to you. Okay.
Thank you.
Ulisses, Gloria, Bennett, Benitez.
He's President.
Right. All right. If you'll come down, sir. All right. This is Criminal Trial Division. Counsel, have you received all the discovery?
Just, something came up yesterday late in the afternoon. I have everything, Judge, on the first one,
Okay.
but he had picked up a new case 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
So on the new case, Mr. Sawyer was pointed to it, but yesterday, right before 5, the family hired me look into the second case,
Okay.
and I haven't received that yet, but I'm pretty sure I can get it just the same.
All right. Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset. And it'll be for discovery and state. On this date, you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer.
Understood, Your Honor.
And I just want to know the amount, just
Okay.
what, how much he had,
Okay.
and if it was a good stop.
All right. January 13th.
Sounds good, Judge.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
Same here, Judge. If I don't see you, happy holidays.
All right. You too. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Festivus.
Gotta say it all now.
You got to say it all.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. You too.
Bye-bye.
Jaylin Zavala. Who's the attorney for Jaylin Zavala? Good morning. All right. First things first. There's a violation report. They say that you're not testing as you should be.
Yes, it was just one test that I missed. It was because I lost my transportation. I got into a hit and run, and it was just hard for me to get another ride.
Did you call pretrial services and tell them that?
No.
So what did you think was going to happen?
I honestly don't know. It's my first time.
Well, let me just tell you what usually happens, and what usually happens in other courts is we don't have a hearing on a violation report. You didn't do your conditions, and so a judge just issues a warrant for your arrest. And then wherever you may be, they will pick you up. If you're out with your children somewhere, guess what will end up happening? They'll call Child Protective Services and they'll take you in custody. Or maybe they'll give you a chance, if they're being nice, maybe they'll give you a chance to pick up the phone and call somebody to come pick up your children. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you had better start thinking that, one, you're on bond. All right? You're on bond for DWI. You had better start thinking about everything that you do. Somebody else is controlling your life. And it's the government. And the reason why it's the government is because you have this charge that's pending. Do you understand? State, what do you want to do with this violation report? It's her first violation report.
Judge, so we would recommend that she do the IVR call line and then I guess weekly reporting. And Your Honor, we can request that she do some form of reporting either by phone or by Zoom.
Yeah.
She is working nights right now and her rides who are able to bring her work during the day. And so she has been, increasingly struggling with trying to get transportation to court. Finances are also a struggle. So getting Uber or a Lyft service just hasn't been an option for her.
What about Via? I don't know why people put Via as the last people on their list for transportation. I used to take the Via bus. It's nice. It's fine.
I have my son with me. It's just me and him at the house. I have no one to watch him, and I can't take him with me to the preacher office.
Why not?
Well, I didn't know if I could or not, honestly.
Well, why don't you pick up the phone and call somebody? What you're doing right now is you're making excuses for why you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And this is a DWI with a child under 15. So I'm assuming allegedly your son was with you for that DWI. So you can take your son on the Via bus and you need to start picking up the phone and calling people because your life's problems that you have, and this is being difficult for you. People are not concerned with that. Pretrial services is not concerned with that. So you better start picking up the phone and calling them. Otherwise, again, what's going to end up happening, if you don't have someone to watch your son, Child Protective Services is going to be watching your son because they're going to arrest you wherever you may be. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So what I'm going to do is it's going to continue with the drug testing, and I'm going to order 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Because if you're drug tested today for alcohol, what's going to end up happening?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Okay.
See, I don't believe that.
I could go right now after
Yeah.
this.
I don't believe she's not drinking. So this is what we're going to do. You're going to do your 120 sober meetings. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And my advice to you, and your attorney will give you their advice. I don't take any of these as true. It's just these are your charges and this is the condition of your bond. All right. So one thing, you shouldn't be drinking alcohol, period. You understand? At your house, anywhere. When you feel like you want to take a drink, go to a sober meeting. Even though I'm saying 120 and 120 days, if you need to go twice a week, then you do that. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, not twice a week. If you need to go 2 times a day, then you need to do that. Yes.
We have no objection to the 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Unless the court would consider the fact that when she was arrested for this DWI, there was a 0.01, 0.02 consent. So I'm not sure that alcohol is the issue here.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to order the sober meetings. You need to do those. If you don't do those, we're going to be right back here. You understand?
Yes.
All right. So where are we on discovery?
Judge, so we just got the supplemental toxicology report, and me and Ms. Crawla did look over that briefly, and so we're in the process of indicting the case and negotiating a plea bargain.
All right. It's already been indicted.
Oh.
Yeah,
Has it been?
Yes, it's 2024 CR 012615.
Okay, well then regarding discovery, I think the only thing we were waiting for was that supplemental report, and we have received that.
All right.
And I'll request those. I've already got the videos, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset. All right, January 13th, state you need to be prepared to tender an offer on that date.
Yes, Judge.
All right, is there anything else?
Not from the state. Nothing from the defense, Judge.
All right. Today, you had better pick up the phone and call pretrial services. You understand?
Yes,
Do you have the number to call them?
ma'am.
All right.
Make sure she has that information.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, man.
Yes. I know, I'm going to take care of it. Just give me a moment. I will speak to him. Just give me a moment. Thank you. Everybody wait your turn. All right, Jonathan Saunders. All right, on this case, the state is saying that has the case already been re-indicted or is it to be re-indicted?
Be re-indicted, Your Honor.
All right, you all need a checkbox for that then because it says case re-indicted. So technically it hasn't been re-indicted, but the state is defense?
Me?
Yes,
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am.
no problem. All right, on this, the reason for the motion to dismiss, the state checked the box, case re-indicted, case hasn't been re-indicted yet. So, the state can make the proper check on that. Because it hasn't been re-indicted. I think it should be case to be re-indicted. So could I see your dismissal
Yes, Your Honor.
and see your client's dismissal?
My client doesn't have a copy.
All right.
Those are only 2 copy forms. I normally go in the back and make a copy.
All right, so do you want to correct that? Well, it's not on their council. You just want to do a new dismissal form?
Not really,
Okay,
but I
wait.
will.
Yeah, I think you should. So do you have any objection to them putting the correct reason on the form?
No, I have no objection,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, would you like us to remain up here? Would you
Oh,
like
sure.
us to step back?
It's going to take them 2 seconds to write that. That way he can have it and he can be excused. If they do re-indict your case, it may come back here, it may not come back here. So how's it been going?
Pardon?
How's it been going?
It's been going well. I'm trying to get everything wrapped up so I can get up to Dallas and be a grandmother instead of a
Oh.
lawyer.
That's so awesome.
Yes.
It's nice seeing children's eyes light up, right?
I am incredibly biased, but
Mhm.
I've got 2 of them, but my grandson lived with us the first couple of years of his life, and I just think the world of that boy. He's
Aw.
funny. They both are.
Oh, what is awesome.
And it's so funny because my daughter was, how can I put this? A highly challenging teenager, but she has grown up and she is a great mother and she loves those kids and
Oh,
they
that's
have a
awesome.
happy, healthy family.
So are
And,
your grandchildren at the stage where they love the wrapping paper in the boxes and not necessarily the gift?
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting. This is the first Christmas with Melody. She's just 6 months, but
Oh, wow.
Erasmo, actually turns 3 Christmas evening.
Oh, my gosh.
I joked that she timed going into labor so as to ruin my making Christmas cookies.
See, now you can do Christmas cookies and put her name on it.
Mhm. Let me tell you though, there's a lot to be proud of. I adopted her, it was through a DFPS kinship placement, and the whole story was like all of those stories, a mixture of good and bad things. But her biological mother lost a bunch of kids to the system.
Mhm.
Maddie has already kept her children longer than her mother did for any of them. And she's effectively broken the cycle.
Well, that is so
And
great.
I tell you, have faith and work with kids. Because even when it doesn't seem like they're listening, they might be listening.
Yeah, my mom would always say that her mom, my grandmother would always say, you think they're not listening to you, but they are.
Yes, they are.
And then they come up with your sayings.
Although that doesn't mean they'll listen, they go out and do the exact opposite,
Yeah.
just to spite you. But
All right, have a good rest
thank
of your
you. Have
day.
a Merry Christmas.
You need to make sure that you're always on time for court.
Thank you.
All right,
Your
thank
Honor.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, who's here on Jaylin Collins? And where's Jaylin Collins? Court is calling 2018 CR 5502, State versus Jaylin Michael Collins. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Megan Gowry for the state of Texas.
Ron Ross for responding judge. He has a second in the ER. They were concurrent now.
Let me see where that is. Ah, yes. And the court is also calling 2022 CR 5993. Are you Mr. Collins?
Yes, ma'am.
And each of the cause numbers, did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision and First Amended Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And cause number ending in 5502, are you the same Jaylin Michael Collins who was placed on community supervision for deadly conduct discharge of a firearm on April 19th, 2023 for a term of 8 years? Is that you? And are you the same Jaylin Collins, who was placed on community supervision in the cause number ending 5993 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams on April 19, 2023 for a term of 8 years. Is that you? All right, State, are you proceeding on the same allegation in each motion?
Yes, Your Honor, and that is violation of condition number 4 in Dare County, Texas. The defendant, Jaylin Michael Collins, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of July, August, and September 2024 in violation of condition number 4.
And each of the cause numbers, how do you plead to a violation of condition number 4? No, it's either true or not true. All right, State, any other violations?
We waive and abandon the remainders, Your Honor.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
I have no objection, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4 in 2018 CR 5502, the court could find it true and revoke you and sentence you up to? All right, we have an issue with the motion to revoke. All right, here's the issue. The defendant was placed on deferred adjudication. Was the deferred adjudication ever revoked? And we can go off the record. 5502, he was placed on 8 years deferred adjudication. Ah, yes, he was. All right, we're back on the record. So by pleading true to violation of condition number 4 and cause number 2018 CR 5502, did you understand the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to, I'm sorry, did you understand that the court could revoke you and sentence you up to 8 years in the prison? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4 under that cause number? And did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4 and 5993, the court could sentence you up to 8 years in the prison and up to a $1,500 fine? Did you understand? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4 under that cause number? Then in each cause number, the court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. So the proposed agreement is that the court deny the state's motion and continue the defendant, but alter and amend his conditions for weekly reporting, bi-weekly UAs, and add the moral recognition therapy course.
All right.
Judge, that in part is the agreement. I think it's going to be for 3 months. The extension of the weekly reportings for 3 months. And
All right.
the one more thing we're gonna TIC or what, the misdemeanor case, it doesn't satisfy. Okay, there's a misdemeanor that's gonna be judged and satisfied. I guess we can go downstairs for that, but you know, the moral therapy thing, I don't know if that's necessary. That's not part of the agreement. It was going to be part of the recommendation. The agreement was the extent, the 3 months weekly reporting, the bi-weekly year analysis. They were going to recommend that. I was going to talk against that, so that wasn't part of the recommendation. I think, you know, I mean, if he's probably worked for about 1.5 years, he reported. He had a little trouble with taking drug testing. Whenever he did take it, it came up negative. He had some problems. He's been in jail for almost a month now. I think he's got the message. If you go along with the agreement.
I don't know why I should go along with the agreement. He's not reporting, and this is not his first motion to revoke. He was on deferred. And Judge Angelini found him guilty. That should have been a wake-up call. But why isn't he reporting? That's the easiest thing to do. Was he in the hospital in a coma?
I will point out one thing on the court summary in August, which they say didn't report. It shows that he did a TAP evaluation in August. So there was some kind of reporting or something in August. I'm not really sure what that was about, but I don't know. I'm not really sure why not, but I know now he's real clear. I didn't know about the deferred. I didn't know that had been. he's real clear, you don't report, the judge is not gonna give you another chance. And this is gonna be weekly.
So why isn't he reporting? I mean, he can't report once a month, and now people think he's going to report weekly.
I would have to ask him that.
All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name's Michael Collins.
Why are you not reporting?
I was going through a series of unfortunate events. I was 40 minutes away from a walk from a bus stop in the month of September. And I did leave messages. I forgot to report in September. I did leave messages to my probation officer asking him what day I was supposed to report. He never got back to me. He wasn't answering back. I did take a TAP evaluation on August 9th. And
But you didn't report in July?
I reported in July. I reported in August. I did not report in September or October.
Oh, well, just a second. Probation. He's saying he's reported July and August. And that's what's on this motion to revoke. If he reported July and August, why is he pleading true to not reporting in July and August? All right, so if you all will step back, we're going to check into this. All right, are you all ready on Collins? Collins? Defense, Collins, Ross. Collins? That's an interesting story you were being told. You're the most interesting man in the world. All right, we're back on the record in 2022 CR 5993 and 2018 CR 5502. And where we left off, the court was wondering if he said he reported, then why is he pleading true? Probation, you have an update for the court?
Reported for his TAP evaluation on August the 9th with one of the assessors. However, for the rest of the month, there was not a visit to his actual officer.
And what's the result of the TAP evaluation? Yes. All right, I'm going to give you a choice. I don't know if you can successfully do this or not. It appears that you do not want to be successful on probation. If you like, I can continue you, or I'll sentence you to 3 years in each case.
Please continue.
All right. Do not come back here again for not reporting. Do you understand? All right, in each cause number, the court will follow your agreement, deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include the UA hotline until further notice, and 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Oh, man. Thank you, Mom.
All right, we can go off the record. I'm telling you, you had better remember that you could end up in prison for 8 years. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
What saved you today was probation saying you did report for that month and you only missed 2 months reporting. But if you don't get in line with this, prison may be in your future. Whether or not you go to prison or whether or not it's in your future is 100% dependent upon you. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, they're going to tell you who to report to, and immediately upon your release, you need to report to your probation officer. Now, mind you, they're going to release you probably at midnight today, so you need to report by tomorrow. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you for your
You're welcome. All right, who is dimming the lights? And they're dimming the lights and not even providing an appetizer? I mean, didn't bring a candle or anything, Charles, but dimming the lights.
Lighting for our conversation.
Oh, hey, there you go. Press it up. The big no. The first one. No. The first one. Thank you. Thank you, Bashan. And they're not even paying you extra for this. It's, yeah, it's a Christmas miracle. Tiny Tim. Who's here on David Vargas?
Mr. Maury's lecturing me that I talked with my inside voice.
Oh, Robert, you should have been here. Dara was talking about the Ohio State Buckeyes. Thank you. I wanted to. I wanted to.
I would have seconded.
Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Today is your plea deadline date. Have you all reached an agreement or no?
Judge, we had a very spirited discussion and I believe we're close. They just tendered me about another 50 or 60 pages of discovery this past 3 days.
Okay.
So we have not had an opportunity to review all that. I'm asking for one more plea deadline. I did tell Ms. Jones that if we came to an agreement before then, I would bring him in early also.
All right. I can give you a plea deadline date the week of January 6th.
Oh, great.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a plea deadline date week of January 6th. All right, January 6th.
Thank you.
All right, see you then. You're excused after you sign the reset form. Thank you. What page is Vargas on? Oh, look, we're coming back on the 6th and he's on page 6. All right, who's here on Chavez? Alejandro Chavez? The attorney for Alejandro?
Judge, a supplemental report was sent into the court, giving a status of his compliance and removal and a request for removal for GPS.
Okay.
There has been no violations. The state they don't have any objections for the removal, and the complainant has been notified of the removal and they are fine with it.
All right, and has he started his parenting classes?
Not yet. I just finished the Viv class yesterday.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start the parenting class Friday this week.
All right, you need to do that. And I see they say on here, let me see.
I think I have an MRT course also.
Yes. All right, and then with the community service hours, once he completes the parenting classes, that will be deemed satisfied.
Yes.
All right. So you need to start on the other things, you understand? All right. All right, then I'll allow, since there's no objections and the complainant has been contacted, I'll allow removal of GPS. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Eliezet Abet Cruz Flores. I know I'm mispronouncing name.
No worries.
All right. And do you know, Deputy Ramos does not speak Spanish at all.
And he was on the west side.
Oh, and the deputy behind you said he's from the west side.
How about that?
I mean, the only thing that would make it worse is they say he's from Colombia or Mexico and he doesn't speak any Spanish.
That would be disappointing.
Am I being stereotypical by saying that? No.
Correction, it's.
Yeah. All right, I'm sorry, Deputy Ramos. All right, so where are we on discovery?
We don't have discovery.
Okay, what's the holdup with discovery?
Judge, so everything that we is in the state's possession has been uploaded to the e-discovery system. Mr. Arguelles did show me on his phone that he's unable to view it, but I have confirmed on our end that it is uploaded and marked as discoverable, so I'm not sure what the disconnect is.
All right, and the phone you have, is it an Android? All
Well,
right,
it's
see,
on my
my
computer.
Android downloads things appropriately.
Only
And so does my BlackBerry.
only an Android person will allow.
And so does my flip phone.
I checked on my computer, Judge, and we don't have discovery.
Okay. All right, what we'll do is then we'll reset this for 30 days for discovery. Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset. I'm afraid of the iPhone because it's something new for me to learn.
It's very user
It's really
friendly.
easy.
Oh, is it?
But-
Because the staff here, I have an iPhone and they were supposed to teach me how to use it. They have not.
You don't have anything like the first week of January? Just so we can try and expedite his case as much as possible, because I don't want to keep him
Sure.
there longer than he has to.
Norma, you can put it the week of January 6th.
My birthday.
All right, January 6th.
Are you gonna bring me a cake?
Bring you a cake.
My birthday.
Oh, it's your birthday? All right, everyone, it's
January
Rolando's.
6th.
January 6th is his birthday, but we will be doing Christmas things elsewhere. So if y'all could wish him a happy birthday, please, attorneys.
Thank you. That is very embarrassing. I'm
Thank you.
putting me on the spot.
And Deputy Ramos, how would I say that in Spanish? Feliz.
Happy birthday, felicidades.
All right, I can't do the last part. I can do the Feliz part. Ah. I'll say that to him. All right, we'll bring you back on January 6th. Oh,
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
yes, have a good one.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Arguelles.
Thank you.
Oh, have a good day, okay? Miguel Santabanez. All right, why were you late? Why were you late?
I've been having the underlying issues, with my carpal tunnel syndrome and my feet became real swollen. And I need to go to the doctor.
All right, here's the thing. You're gonna have to make sure you're on time. You understand?
Just need a monitor. Need money to work.
Okay.
What he's talking about, we filed a motion to modify his bond conditions. He's been on monitor for about 14 months, no violation. We found that this morning. I talked to Galloway about that. We'd like to ask the court to bring it back Thursday to address that particular issue.
All right, are you all ready to address that issue now?
We can, Your Honor, if the court would.
All right, so he's asking to be allowed to work while on GPS?
Yes, Judge, he's on full house arrest right now. He works, he's self-employed as a tree trimmer. He's done that.
Do y'all have any objections to his working?
So I have no objection to partial arrest with proof of employment to the court, Your Honor.
All right,
That's the problem, Judge. He's self-employed. He's run his own tree trimming business for over 10 years.
well, what he'll need to do is provide proof. You know, if he has a DBA, he needs to provide that to them, and wherever he's gonna be trimming trees, since he is self-employed, he'll need to provide them with homes, I guess, where he's going to be working.
Well, he has to be able to do estimates and stuff too, Judge. What we've asked in the motion is
All
for
right,
tracking
Hill.
only.
Oh, tracking is not, I'm not gonna do tracking only based upon your charges. But I will allow him to work. Can you pull that for me, please? And you're gonna have to provide a schedule to GPS. And what's the time? Nobody's cutting trees at night. What hours?
Daylight savings 6 right now.
All right, what time? I'm sorry, what time?
7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
All right, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Need an hour to get home, so like 4. That's fine. Just like, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, if they can't pull it up, you need to write it out.
I'm sorry, I was doing something else.
That's okay. Y'all will need to write it before you go. Otherwise, if they don't have the motion, it doesn't go in the system and he's not allowed to do it.
That's fine.
So where are we on discovery?
I believe it's all been provided.
State, were you able to make an offer today or no?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset plea deadline date. All right, January 16th, that's your plea deadline date. On that date, you need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting the state's offer. Do you understand? All right, so counsel, they'll give you, I think they have a sheet of paper that they can give to you, a printed piece of paper, and you can just write out the court's orders and I'll sign it.
I've got an unfiled order, Judge.
All right. Oh, yes.
Okay.
All right. If you all will write down the court's orders on that. So what it's going to be partial GPS for work, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And you'll need to provide your work schedule or some sort of DBA. Well, in addition to your work schedule, a DBA or something to show that he actually owns the business.
So,
All right. Thank you.
thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Who's here on Juan Arojo? All right, court is calling 2020 CR 8731, State of Texas versus Juan Pablo Arojo. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Ashley Jones for the state.
Defense?
Jim Davidson.
And are you Juan Pablo Arojo?
Yes.
All right, did you review the documents entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and First Amended Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney, and did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Juan Pablo Arojo who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 8731 for the offense of burglary of a habitation on June 23rd, 2021 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state.
We do have an agreement, Your Honor.
No, what allegations are you proceeding on?
Sorry, yes, Judge. The state's going to allege violation of condition number 5 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Juan Pablo Arroyo, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of August, September, October 2024 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5? All right, this motion to revoke is incorrect. It has him charged with burglary of a habitation, but the stipulations and the judgment is for an assault family choking. Ah, there we are. Thank you very much. All right, so you're proceeding on the First Amendment.
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. Then did you understand that you were on deferred adjudication for the offense of assault family choking strangulation and placed on probation on June 23rd, 2021 for a period of 4 years and cause number 2020 CR 8731? You need to speak up.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And you pled true to violation of condition number 5? Why are you whispering?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes, sir.
All right. And because this is an assault family choking strangulation, do you understand that the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes, sir.
Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. The proposed agreement is that the court grant the state's motion to enter adjudication of guilt, revoke community supervision, and sentence the defendant to 4 years in the Texas Department of Corrections.
All right. Is that the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then. The court will follow your agreement. The court will find you guilty. The court will revoke. The court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's affirmative finding of family violence, and there's to be no contact with Gabrielle Mendez, Mendez. All right, we can go off the record. You better change your life. Otherwise, you're going to end up in and out of prison. You understand? And counsel, I'll add the therapeutic community.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Oh, thank you. God bless you too.